All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Spirit. And I want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, I'm the brother Zion. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to feed the sheep and the lambs of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And this lesson right here pretty much is going to be entitled, why do you have a problem with certain people being Israelites? Okay, and that's a question to the unlearned out there, the people that, they question every single thing. Now there's nothing wrong with questioning things, but some things are completely based upon faith. Okay, now Elder Apostle Tahar did a video, and it's spiritual because I was actually thinking the same thing. The latest was Tom Brady. Elder Apostle Tahar mentioned Tom Brady. And I was watching the game. Right after the game, I said to myself, man, Tom Brady got to be a Jake, man. And not only because he's dominating the game of football, and Jake, the NFL is 70% Israelites, okay? I'm a big sports guy, so I know certain numbers. And Jake dominates, every sport. Everything we touch, we dominate it, all right? Fighting, boxing, UFC, basketball, football, baseball, okay? Everything we touch, we're the face of it. We dominate it, all right? And when we say these things, we believe it through faith. And a lot of people believe that because you look a certain way, you can't be an Israelite. And a lot of times those men, they're not spiritual. All right. So Elder Apostle Gabar, his last 3 videos were based upon Israelite foreigners, and I made a point. I commented on Elder Apostle Tahar's video, and I said, when you read that book, or when you look at the images, or if you even glance at the book called Nature Knows No Color Line, what it shows you is a lot of Israelites in Europe, okay, during a certain period of times, noble Israelite families. It'll show you they call it the coat of arms, and it shows you how Jake was all up in Europe, man, because we ruled Europe for a long period of time. During the time of the Dark Ages. Okay. So Elder Apostle Gabar did a handful of videos over the last day, and I actually watched this one. This was a good video. And this guy right here, towards the end of the video, Elder Apostle Gabar goes into this article right here. And it's telling you that this dude, his father, is a so-called African American. All right. So you can't just look at somebody and say he's not an Israelite. And concerning Tom Brady's father goes back to the Irishmen. Okay. And the Irish, there's a saying, the Irish were known as the niggas of Europe. Okay. And what do Irish people do, man? They get drunk and they fight, just like Jake. Now, not every single Irishman is an Israelite, but a lot of them go back to being Jake. So when we say Tom Brady is a Jake, or we say other people are Israelites, it's not far-fetched, man. Don't act like it's, something that can't be true. So you seen the picture of this guy right here, right? Let's go back. Salakia. You see the picture of this guy. Now let's listen to Elder Apostle Gabar go into his family.
In London, 23rd July 1961. While there are different stories regarding his place of birth, he mentioned that he was born in London, and in 2 different articles. I'm sorry, he mentioned he was born in...
Now, I don't know if you can hear Apostle Gabar, but if you can read the second paragraph, it says his biological father is an Afro-American. Okay? His biological father is an Afro-American. The same person you see right here. So when we say, oh, this person is an Israelite, you don't know what they, who their father was. All right? You don't know that, man. And we always use Blake Griffin as an example. Okay? Because his father is a dark-skinned Haitian and his mom is a looks like an Edomite. Okay? And Blake Griffin basically it looks like a ginger, what they'll call a ginger. Red hair, light-skinned, freckles. But then Blake Griffin got with a white woman and his son looks like a straight-up white boy. But that son, Blake Griffin's son, his grandfather is a dark-skinned Haitian. So you can't be simple, man. You can't be a simp when it comes to this truth. Look at the spirit. This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11, one of my favorite scriptures when it comes to Israelite foreigners. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover, Salakia, that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, the Israelites, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. All right. Why? Because we were scattered as a people. Going all the way back to Deuteronomy 28 and 64, when the Lord put the curses on us, he scattered us amongst all people. Deuteronomy 28 and 64, which we'll get that. So that means you're going to have Israelites left from Assyria, from Egypt, from Pathros and from Cush, from Elam and from Shinar, from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. If you look at this guy right here, he'll be looked at as an outcast. No, he can't be a Jake, man. Look at this guy. He can't be a Jake. He's not an Israelite. Tom Brady's not an Israelite. Well, what if he is an Israelite? What if Tom Brady is an Israelite? Which we believe he is. Okay? Sometimes, man, you gotta, faith, man. A lot of you Jakes out there, you really don't like faith, man. Faith isn't your thing. All right? But believe it or not, man, you got Israelites out there that, of course, don't look like they're Israelites, but they're part of that speckled bird, man. Now let's go to Deuteronomy, all right? Because this was one of the main curses. This was a huge curse, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 64, which a lot of you Jakes out there, you don't understand this curse. Because if you did, then you wouldn't doubt the Israelite foreigner thing, man. The one guy came on Elder Apostle Tahar's page when he did that video on Tom Brady, and he said, Tahar, you didn't prove nothing. You guys are just faithless, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So where we were scattered amongst all people, the Lord said we was going to serve those other gods too. And that was another thing that was going to separate you from your nationality. Now, from there, I'm going to go to the book of Job. I want to look up that word, speckled. Jeremiah 12 and 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. Okay? So let's look up that word, speckled. It says a speckled bird, and it says colored, variegated, speckled. Okay? Now, when you look up the word variegated, Salakia. I think because I got it on do not disturb. When you look up the word variegated, okay, it basically means kind of like scattered, okay? Colored, speckled, variegated. Matter of fact, let's turn it off real quick. And let's look up variegated. Oh, Salakia, okay, variegated. Different colors. Exhibiting different colors, especially as irregular. Glad I looked that up. Irregular. So when we say Tom Brady is an Israelite, that's irregular to you, man. Okay? See how these words cut, man? Okay? You see how these words cut? If somebody was to look at this guy's name is Martin Lee Gore, okay? If you brothers haven't seen this video, check it out from Elder Apostle Gabar. A lot of edification. Okay? If you didn't know that this guy's father was an Afro-American, you would say that he's irregular. He's not an Israelite. He's irregular. All right? So you got to stop being simple, man. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? James chapter 1, verse 1. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Okay? To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. All right? And when Yahushai comes back to save, he's going to gather his elect from where? The four corners of the earth. Why? Because going back to the curses, Deuteronomy 28, the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, man. Okay? This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 31. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. All right? The elect is going to be scattered, man. All right? It's very simple, man. You know, it's simple to the ones that Yahweh Shem Yahushai opened up your mind, man. If you open up your mind, it's simple. If not, then, you know, you're a simp. You're going to be a simp. You got a simp spirit. Jeremiah 50 and 17. Israel is a scattered sheep. We're not all going to look dark, crispy black. Okay? We're going to be variegated, man. The Lord is a creative power. The Lord ain't no dull ass power. He's creative, man. Look at the animal kingdom. Look at the different birds. You know, the Lord is creative, man. His people just ain't just going to be dull. They're going to be variegated, man. Okay, but they are going to have that Israelite spirit. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria have devoured him. And last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, has broken his bones. And in modern times, okay, you got these different kings of the earth still devouring Jake. Psalms 83. They have come together with one consent. That the name of Israel shall no more be in remembrance. So this is happening today as well, man. All right. Now, what do the scriptures say? The scriptures say, the tares in the wheat, you let them grow together. Now, for shits and giggles, let's say Tom Brady's not an Israelite. All right. It's not your job to, oh, yeah, he can't be an Israelite because of this. He can't be an Israelite because of that. Or this guy can't be an Israelite. The scriptures say let them grow together. The angels, if he's not an Israelite, the angels will sift them out. Okay? If he is an Israelite, then he'll be in the kingdom. All right? Eventually, because what do the scriptures say? All Israel shall eventually be saved. All right? Matthew 13 and 24. It says, let's see where we at. Okay. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while he slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, Then appeared tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst thou not sow good seed in thy field, from whence it have tares? And he said unto them, An enemy have done this. The servants said unto him, Will thou then that we go and gather them up? Now for all you that don't know, a tare is somebody that looks like an Israelite, but they're not an Israelite. So this kind of does refer to the topic, you know, because you could have a black Edomite, man. All right. It says, but he said, Nay, least while ye gather up the tares, ye root also the wheat with them. Let both grow together into the harvest, and in the time of harvest I will say unto the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles and burn them, but gather the wheat unto my barn. All right. But anyway, all right, you can't just say a guy's not an Israelite because of how he looks. Okay, I believe this was another video right here the apostle did. Yeah, the Irish are the blacks of Europe. The Dubliners are the blacks of Ireland. Okay. And then you had Elder Apostle Tahar do a video on Tom Brady. Other brothers did videos too. But in my personal opinion, I believe Tom Brady could be an Israelite. All right. And other brothers, and you got a brother in our camp, the brother Yashawan. All right. He's an Israelite. Okay. A lot of the Sicilians, they don't have dark skin. Some of them have light. Some of them look like Edomites, but they're Israelites. So that's the point, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, this is the brother Zion signing off. Shalom.